Thank you for clicking onto today's video and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing another Korean skincare review, and today's review will be on these 4 products here. These are 4 products from a brand called somebymi, and it is their Honey Glowing Skincare Propolis B5 line. Actually, I don't know if you can tell, there is a little bit of redness, but other than a little bit of concealer that I put onto this area here, I actually have no skin makeup on today because I wanted to show you my genuine skin after using these products for 2 weeks. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the product. Just a little bit of info about the line in general, as there is a lot of common types of ingredients that are in the skincare line. The main ingredient that encompasses this whole line is something they call propanthenol, and comes from propolis, and panthenol is a moisturizing compound that comes from the vitamin B5. Propolis is similar to honey and is like a type of honey that is made from honey bees, and they are known to fight infections and heal wounds. Panthenol, like I mentioned, comes from vitamin B5 and is a moisturizing compound that can often be found in animals or plants. It's an ingredient that is usually used in a lot of skincare products, as well as like hair product and body wash as well. Propolis is also something that helps boost your immune system, which helps with troubled skin. The B5 vitamin and panthenol helps moisturize the skin and helps create a nice skin barrier, and they recommend it for people who have combination skin with acne, as well as anyone who has dull skin looking to have a glow up. So let's start with this product here. It is their Propolis B5 Glow Barrier Calming Mask, and on the front here it says propolis of 570,000 ppm and honey extract of 100,000 ppm. ppm just stands for parts per million, which means basically like how many milligrams per liter. This product also contains chamomile leaf and rose leaf extracts to create a calming effect. So one thing to note about all of these products is that there is a heavy honey scent, and this one literally looks like honey. Like, I feel like if you just left it in a kitchen without the labels, I would have literally put this onto toast and had it for breakfast, because it smells really good. It has a very strong like manuka honey smell. The recommended usage of this is to put it on after you wash your face and use it as a wash away mask. So after 5 to 10 minutes you would wash it away. When I first used this, I didn't really read the instructions that clearly, and I honestly thought it was one of those masks that you just leave on overnight, like an overnight mask, but really after 10 to 15 minutes it never dried down. Like it was pretty sticky on my face, and I don't really think that is something that you could really leave on your skin long term, just because of how sticky and heavy it feels on your skin. I would describe the texture and viscosity of this as something in between like an aloe vera and like a liquid honey, just because it isn't as thick as honey is. I would say it is a little bit closer to aloe vera just because it is a little bit runny. I do find that even though there is a tangible stickiness to the mask to the point where you wouldn't really necessarily want to sleep with it, it is lightweight enough that I have often forgotten that there is a 10-minute timer on this mask, and I have worn it for longer than 10 minutes because of how sticky it is. You do want to eventually wash it off and make sure it doesn't clog any of your pores. I would also think that because it is such a short timed mask, it would be really great for mornings, so you can just put it on in the morning for a quick 10 minutes, wipe it down, and then you have a nice natural glow for the rest of your makeup or for the rest of your day. In terms of it being a calming mask, I do think it does have a slight like cool feeling to it when you put it on, just because like I said, the texture is very similar to kind of an aloe vera texture. But I do find that the longer that you have it on, the more your skin kind of like almost heats up. I think because it is like such a thick barrier layer on your skin, not only is it tangibly sticky, but it also makes your skin start feeling a little bit warm. So I would definitely recommend you not leave it on for too long. Next up we have this toner, and it is their Propolis B5 Glow Barrier Calming Toner. I think all the names of these products are pretty similar. This product in particular also contains True Cica, which I think is like their Cica name. Also has bee pollen, ceramide, and hyaluronic acid to help moisturize and soothe skin. So contains a mixture of jeju honey and royal jelly, which obviously helps to brighten and create a glowy, dewy skin. Their recommended usage is to just use it as a normal toner and take an appropriate amount and spread evenly onto the skin. I would just recommend you pour an adequate amount and just really massage it and pat it into your skin. I like to just kind of hold my skin in my hands for a little bit to really let it absorb, and like I mentioned, it does dry very quickly. What I found about this toner is that it's surprisingly lighter weight than I expected it to be, considering how moisturizing the other products are. This one is actually not that sticky at all, considering it is a honey featuring product. It is very liquidy, very runny, like as a toner would be. It doesn't make you feel overwhelming at all. Another good thing about this is that it dries very quickly, and I do feel like it is a very hydrating toner. I wouldn't call it so much a calming toner. Like if I were to name it, I would call it a hydrating toner, because that's really what it is to me. And with toners, I always like to do like a mask test where I put it on a cotton pad and use it as I would a mask. This is one of the products where I genuinely feel like it is better just as a pure toner, something that you just put on your skin before you layer on skincare. I find that when I use this as a mask, it created like a weird residue on my skin, and after removing it, it left like these bubbles on my skin. And you can also see just from me kind of like moving the product around, it does have a lot of bubbles that surface. So I'm not really quite sure why that is, but it could just be a type of viscosity that is in these ingredients. To make it so liquid is probably not an easy thing to do. But overall, I do find this would be a very good product for people who have an odd combination of oily to dry skin. I think this is a great moisturizing product without being very heavy. Moving on to the next product, we have their serum, and again, it is just a glow barrier calming serum. This one says propafenol of 770,000 ppm, so a little bit more than the toner and the mask. Royal Gold Honey RX of 1000. So what the Royal Gold Honey RX is, it is a combination of 24K gold plus royal jelly plus honey. So it is like a combination of products to make you have honey glowing skin. This product I find is definitely not as lightweight and light as the toner is, and this one again is a little bit sticky, but again it does dry pretty quickly. It doesn't stay sticky on your skin for a long time like the mask would. And again, they don't have specific instructions on how to use this, but what I have personally found the best way to use this is to put an adequate amount. So usually I would put 3 pumps onto my fingers, and I would lightly glaze it onto my skin and then just let it dry. And usually it only takes about a minute to dry, but I find that that creates a beautiful layer on your skin that actually makes it glow and absorb really nicely. This is definitely, because of how sticky it is, a nighttime skincare product. Obviously I wouldn't recommend it during the day unless you're not planning to wear makeup. Like I wasn't wearing makeup today. I have it on my skin and it does have a nice glow to it. I think it's good for that, but I can't imagine it blending very well with any type of like foundation or skincare product, so definitely a no for that. And again, even if you do have oily skin, I would recommend you try it out, because like I said, it does dry very quickly and it is very moisturized. Definitely say this is one of my top favorite products within the line. The last product in this line is their calming cream. This one also has triple honey care, including manuka honey, canola honey, and royal jelly. Similar to the toner, it has true cica, ceramide, and hyaluronic acid. This one is definitely the most honey-like out of all of the products, and this one has the strongest smell. So it really smells a lot like manuka honey, and it does again have a little bit more thickness. And at first I was a little bit confused because it almost has like a layer of oil on top, but now that I've seen the ingredient list and it does say that it contains a little bit of canola honey, maybe that's what it is. Honestly, just from looking at it, I did expect it to be quite a thick cream, but while I feel like it hydrates like a thick cream, it doesn't feel like a thick cream, which is a major plus. When you do put it on, it does have a slight stickiness to it in the beginning, but again, I find that it does dry fairly quickly, so it does not feel too heavy on the skin. To be honest, overall I did find that the line was a lot more usable than I expected it to be. I really did think that this is something that I would mostly use in the winter time when my skin was a lot more dry, but I actually find that this is a very moisturizing line without being too heavyweight. I feel like I could easily recommend this for anyone who wants to use it in the summertime as well. After using it for 2 weeks, I did find that my skin has a nice glow to it. It's a lot more moisturized. I find that this skincare really did help plump up my skin and give it the moisture that I needed. So I definitely would recommend it. I didn't really think there was any products that I didn't like. I would say probably the toner is my least favorite just because I found it the most lightweight, but that one would definitely be something that I would recommend for people with oily skin. My favorite product is probably the serum, just because I like how it gives you a nice glow without being too sticky. But overall, all these products were very good, so I would recommend you try them. And those are all my thoughts for today's review of the somebymi Honey Propolis B5 line. Thank you so much to StyleKorean for sending these products to me to try out, and I'll have all the items linked down below. If you're interested in beauty, fashion, and lifestyle content, please consider subscribing, and I'll have a video over here of what YouTube thinks you should watch, and you click on it to see if they're right. And I'll have my playlist of other skincare reviews on this side if you want to check out more of those. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!